chosen one. What I'm about to share may astonish you. If you're watching this video, it is not by coincidence. You have been divinely led here because something extraordinary is about to unfold in your life. God is preparing to bless you beyond your imagination, with renewed youth, transformation in your body, and even the incredible gift of immortality. Yes, you heard that right. These divine gifts are on their way to you because God is pleased with you, and He is ready to shower you with blessings beyond your wildest dreams. You are about to step into a powerful new chapter where long-held dreams will come true and life will take on a whole new meaning. This is not just a shift in mindset, it is a spiritual awakening that will change your life forever. Stay until the end. This message will transform you. If you feel something stirring within you, stay with me until the end. This could be the turning point you've been waiting for. Before we continue, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Here we share messages that uplift your spirit and help you grow in God's divine plan. And now let's dive into what God has prepared for you. The transformation God is working within you is becoming more evident. At first it was subtle, an inner shift, a quiet stirring in your spirit. But now, something undeniable is happening. The light of God is beginning to shine through you. This is not just an idea or a metaphor. It is a tangible, powerful presence that those around you will begin to notice. You may not even realize it yet, but people will. There is a new energy in you, an unseen force that draws others toward you. People feel different around you. They may not be able to explain why, but they sense it. They find themselves drawn to your presence, seeking your words, your company, your wisdom. You are carrying something divine, something set apart. This is the nature of God's light. It is not physical beauty that attracts people, nor is it charisma or personal effort. It is something far greater, the radiance of God's presence that cannot be ignored. When Jesus walked among people, crowds followed him not because of his appearance, but because of the undeniable power of God within him. That same divine presence is now working in you. Jesus himself declared, "You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden." Matthew 5:14. You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to be overlooked. God's chosen ones shine, not for their own glory, but for His. And yet, many of us struggle to believe this. We see ourselves as ordinary, unworthy, too flawed to carry such a presence. But God does not place His light in perfect vessels. He places it in those who are willing to receive it. As 2 Corinthians 4:7 says, "But we have this treasure in jars of clay to show that this all-surpassing power is from God and not from us." God hides His greatest treasures in places no one expects. You may not see yourself as extraordinary, but God does. Moses didn't realize that his face was radiating the glory of God after spending time in His presence. Exodus 34:29-35. He had absorbed the divine light without even knowing it. And now, the same is happening to you. Here's the astonishing truth. The world will notice this change in you before you do. You may not feel different, but those around you will. They will look at you differently. Some will be drawn to you. Others may become uneasy because your presence challenges the darkness within them. You may hear people say things like, "You seem different lately," or "There's something about you that I can't explain." That is because the presence of God is undeniable. When Jesus walked into a room, demons cried out in fear before He even spoke a word. Mark 1:23-26. The presence of God disrupts the spiritual atmosphere. And now, your presence is doing the same. You are stepping into a new level of spiritual authority, and with it comes a new responsibility. Let me ask you, have you ever entered a room and felt the energy shift? Have people told you that they feel peace in your presence? Even when you say nothing, have strangers opened up to you, sharing their hearts as if they've known you forever? These are signs that God's light is already shining through you. You don't need to force it. You don't need to announce it. Just like the sun never has to prove that it is shining, your light will speak for itself. But here's the most important part. You must step into this light fully. This is not just about you. It is about the lives that will be touched through you. It is about the divine assignments you are being called into. If you have noticed even the smallest sign of God's light manifesting in you, now is the time to embrace it completely. Write in the comments, "I receive God's light." Let this be your declaration today. And now let us go even deeper, because the next gift God is preparing for you is beyond anything you have imagined. The transformation within you is no longer hidden. What once felt like an internal shift, something only you could sense, is now becoming evident to those around you. The light of God is beginning to shine through you in ways you never expected. At first, it may be subtle, a sense of peace that wasn't there before, a new level of confidence that you can't quite explain. You start noticing that people look at you differently, as if they see something in you that even you haven't fully realized. This is the radiance of God's presence manifesting in your life. The world around you responds to spiritual change before you do. You might be wondering, how do I know that God's light is truly shining through me? Pay attention to these signs. People are drawn to you without knowing why. Strangers feel comfortable opening up to you. Friends seek your advice more than before. Even those who once overlooked you now notice your presence. This is not about your personality. It is the divine energy of God calling people toward you. You bring peace to chaotic spaces. When you enter a room, tension seems to dissipate. People feel calmer in your presence, even if no words are spoken. Why? Because the presence of God carries peace, and that peace is flowing through you. You are becoming unrecognizable to some. Old habits, old fears, old insecurities, things that once controlled you, are fading away. The people who knew you before may even say, "You've changed." This isn't just self-improvement. This is spiritual transformation. The enemy starts noticing you. Just as people can sense God's presence in you, so can the enemy. You may find that opposition increases, that certain relationships feel strained, or that you face unexpected challenges. This isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign that you are stepping into your anointing. This is exactly what Jesus meant when he said, "You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden." Matthew 5:14. The light of God within you is undeniable. It cannot be concealed, and it was never meant to be. Moses experienced this firsthand. When he came down from Mount Sinai after spending time with God, his face was radiant, shining so brightly that people were afraid to come near him. Exodus 34:29-35. The transformation was not something he did. It was God's presence upon him. In the same way, when you spend time in God's presence, when you walk in obedience, when you surrender your will for His, you begin to shine with a supernatural glow. This is why 2 Corinthians 4:7 says, "We have this treasure in jars of clay to show that this all-surpassing power is from God and not from us." You do not need to try to shine. The light is already in you. You only need to allow it to be revealed. You may not feel worthy of this transformation. Maybe you've doubted whether you are truly chosen. Maybe you've looked at your past mistakes and thought, "Why would God choose someone like me?" But let me remind you, God does not choose the perfect, He chooses the willing. He does not place His light in those who think they have it all together. He places it in those who know they are nothing without Him. The question is not if God's light is in you. The question is, will you let it shine? Think about it. Have you noticed people treating you differently lately? Have you found that your presence brings peace, conviction, or even resistance? These are all signs that the light within you is growing. But here is something even more powerful. The more you embrace this light, the stronger it will become. The closer you walk with God, the brighter you will shine. And when you step fully into your divine identity, there will be no denying the supernatural power at work in your life. This is your moment to embrace who you are meant to be. No more hiding, no more doubting, no more shrinking back. Declare it today. I am a vessel of God's light. Type it in the comments. Say it out loud. Let the heavens hear your declaration. Because what happens next will change everything. Get ready. The transformation is only just beginning. There comes a point when your transformation can no longer be ignored. The changes within you, the peace, the strength, the divine confidence, are no longer just things you feel. They are things the world around you sees. The presence of God in your life is undeniable. You are walking differently, speaking differently, living differently, and people can't help but notice. At first, some may be drawn to you. They will sense something different, something radiant, something beyond the ordinary. They may not understand it, but they will feel it. Some will come to you for guidance, for comfort, for wisdom, without even realizing why. This is what happens when God's light shines through you. You become a beacon in the darkness, a living testimony of His power. But not everyone will celebrate your transformation. There will be those who feel threatened by it. Some people in your life have become comfortable with the old version of you. They liked the version that was insecure, doubtful, and easily influenced. Now, as you step into your divine identity, as you walk in confidence and authority, it challenges them. Some will distance themselves. Some will try to pull you back into old habits. Some will even mock your faith, saying you're not really different. This won't last. Do not be discouraged. This is confirmation that you are on the right path. Even Jesus faced rejection when He returned to His hometown. The people who had known Him since childhood could not accept that He was the Son of God. "Isn't this the carpenter's son?" they asked. And they took offense at Him. Matthew 13:55-57. They could not reconcile who He used to be with who He had become. The same will happen to you. Some will only see you as who you were, not who you are becoming. But their disbelief does not change your destiny. You must decide. Will you shrink back into what is familiar, or will you boldly step into what God has called you to be? God has already set His plan in motion. You are no longer who you used to be. The light within you is growing, and the enemy knows it. This is why you may experience unexpected resistance. Have you noticed that ever since you started drawing closer to God, obstacles have appeared? Old temptations have resurfaced? Relationships have shifted? This is because when God elevates you, the enemy attempts to pull you back down. But you must stand firm. Isaiah 61 declares, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." God's glory is upon you. It is time to rise. People will notice your transformation, but what matters most is what you do with it. Will you hide your light to make others comfortable? Will you apologize for the ways God is blessing you? Or will you embrace it fully, knowing that this is what you were always meant to be? God did not bring you this far for you to remain the same. He is refining you, shaping you, preparing you for a greater purpose. Your transformation is not just for you, it is a testimony for others. There are people in your life right now who need to see what God is doing in you so they can believe He can do it for them too. This is why Jesus said in Matthew 5:16, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." When people see your life change, they will know that only God could have done it. They will see His power at work in you. So do not dim your light. Do not apologize for your transformation. Do not shrink back. Stand boldly in your new identity. Walk with confidence. Speak with authority. Let the world see what happens when someone fully surrenders to God. And if you are ready to embrace this new version of yourself, if you're ready to step fully into your divine calling, type "I am ready" in the comments. Declare it. Let it be known. Because the next chapter of your life is about to begin, and it will be more powerful than anything you have ever imagined. But this transformation is not always easy. When God begins to elevate you, when His presence starts shining through you, the process of change can feel uncomfortable, even painful. You are stepping into a new identity, and with it comes trials that test your faith, endurance, and trust in His plan. One of the first challenges you will face is misunderstanding from those around you. The people who have known you for years, family, friends, even coworkers, may struggle to accept the changes they see in you. Some will admire your growth, but others may feel uneasy. They might question your newfound faith, challenge your convictions, or even try to pull you back into old habits. This is because your transformation is a reflection of something greater than yourself. It is a testimony that God is real, that He changes lives, that He calls people out of darkness into light. And for some, that truth is uncomfortable. When people see the light of God in you, it forces them to confront their own choices. Some will be inspired by your journey, but others may reject it. Not because of you, but because of what your transformation represents. Have you experienced this? Have people in your life questioned or even distanced themselves from you because of your faith? If so, know that you are not alone. Even Jesus faced rejection in His own hometown. The Bible tells us in John 15:18-19, "If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. If you belong to the world, it would love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you." This is the cost of being chosen. You are being set apart. God is refining you, preparing you for something greater. But in that process, you may feel lonely. There will be moments when it seems like no one understands what you are going through. You may feel isolated, like you are walking this journey alone. But listen carefully. You are never alone. The enemy wants you to believe that no one understands you, that you are abandoned, that this journey is too difficult. But God is right there with you every step of the way. He sees your struggles, He knows your doubts, and He is using every challenge to strengthen you for what is coming next. In John 15:2, Jesus said, "He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, He prunes so that it will be even more fruitful." This is what is happening in your life. The pruning process can feel painful. God is removing old habits, old mindsets, and even certain relationships that no longer align with your purpose. But remember this, God never removes something without replacing it with something greater. You may lose people, but God will bring divine connections. You may experience setbacks, but God will use them to launch you forward. You may feel weak, but He is making you stronger. And here's one of the most difficult challenges. There will be moments of self-doubt. You may start questioning, am I really chosen? Did I hear God correctly? Why is this taking so long? This is when the enemy whispers lies. He tries to convince you that you are not strong enough, that you will never change, that you are wasting your time. But do not listen to those lies. God's promises are greater than your doubts. The fact that you are facing resistance is proof that you are on the right path. Remember the story of Peter walking on water. As long as he kept his eyes on Jesus, he stayed afloat. But the moment he looked at the wind and waves, he started to sink. It wasn't the storm that defeated him, it was his doubt. The same applies to you. Do not let doubt pull you down. Keep your eyes on God, and He will sustain you. This transformation is not happening to break you, it is happening to prepare you. So if you are in the middle of a difficult season, if you feel like everything is shifting and nothing makes sense, hold on. This is not the end of your journey. This is just the refining process before your breakthrough. Do you relate to this? Are you experiencing trials in this season of transformation? If so, you are not alone. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let us pray for one another. Let us stand together in faith, knowing that the struggles we face today are shaping us for the greater glory that is coming tomorrow. As we come to the end of this message, let us reflect on what has been revealed. God is doing a deep and powerful transformation within you. This is not just a shift in your emotions or mindset. This is a divine renewal, a work of the Spirit that is reshaping you from the inside out. You are being rejuvenated, not just physically, but spiritually. The burdens that once weighed you down are being lifted. The things that used to drain your energy are losing their hold. A new strength, a fresh vitality, and an undeniable radiance are emerging from within you. And the world is starting to notice. The light of God is shining through you, and this shift is changing the way people see you. Some will be drawn to you, inspired by your presence. Others may not understand it, but this is proof that you are walking in your calling. The transformation may not always be easy. There will be trials, challenges, and moments of doubt. But do not be discouraged. These struggles are not roadblocks. They are confirmations that you are on the right path. The enemy does not attack what is not a threat. If you are facing resistance, it means that God is positioning you for something greater. So do not fear change. God is working in ways beyond your understanding. Let Him complete His work in you, and you will witness miracles beyond your expectations. May the grace and peace of God fill your heart as you walk in trust and surrender to His divine plan. If this message has touched your spirit, comment below. I embrace God's transformation. And if you haven't already, like this video and subscribe to continue this divine journey with us. Your transformation has already begun. Keep walking in faith, chosen one.